Pickaxe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by Ryan McManus.
Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of Debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore Devere. Chaos very excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the Leprin loner striving for companionship and control.
Vince Perino.
I, Vince Perino, playing Tevin Alkin, the mechanism of discovery, reconstructing memories, one piece at a time.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi everybody, I'm Raquel Skellington. I play Poppy, the tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hello, I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I play Santos, the Glavinator.
Before we jump in, let's talk about what happened last time. You were all doing some mental training with the Order of the Chrysalis. At the start, you had to decide whether or not to remove parts of yourselves as your auras created these large topiary copies of each other. And as you chose what to remove, whether it was previously a part of you or not, the plants all formed back into these balls of energy and shot out of the room. As you followed, you moved outside, and ahead was a large ornate building made of quartz that your energy balls shot towards and inside. In the gardens you were walking through on the way to this building, you felt the familiar glitching around you as doors appeared. You each began testing the doors of your own and found that Jackal's was smashed and barely on its hinges. You entered into the door and found yourselves on a road outside of a house in the woods. You entered the house, phasing through the front door, and you watched a young Jackal lying on the couch watching the TV before a woman entered in and took him to the kitchen table. There was talking and some emotion showed by the woman, but none from young Jackal. He got up and ran out of the back door as you followed to an unfinished treehouse that he climbed into. Jackal followed inside the treehouse while the rest of you waited outside. Jackal had remembered everything up to this moment where he began destroying the treehouse, lashing out in desperation. This ended with him sitting on the ground outside the treehouse waiting for quite some time. Eventually his dog came up to him and they both walked back to the house. No emotion on Jackal's face. Lightning struck as the storm raged around you and you were all ejected from this memory of Jackal's. You spoke a bit outside. Jack told you that he remembered his father had passed away, that he had gotten something that he called cancer, and he thinks that's what also took his brother. The rest of you bolstered Jackal before deciding what to do next. And as you moved towards the building, Lenore's door appeared ahead of you with its ornate handle. Convinced to at least open up the door to see if what's waiting behind it could be the fairy place or Earth, Lenore opened it up and saw a lavish hallway which she did not remember from Earth. Now excited to enter, she began opening the door again, but before she could, she was pulled out by Dominic back to Carmarth. He seemed upset at you all as he sent you away, saying to come back tomorrow so that you can finish this and that there would be no more doors to interrupt you. Now you have made it back to the barracks at the Order of the Chrysalis as the individuals with the masks leave, leaving you be for the rest of the night. And so the scene is set. The question is, what will you do next?
Well, I'm just going to start to head back to my room, I guess. I guess we're doing this all again tomorrow, right? See you all in the morning?
Yeah.
Might as well rest up and find a way to kill an afternoon.
I kind of want to go outside and build a fire. Or if I can do it in the barracks, I guess I'll do it here, but...
There's a fire raging in the barracks. It's just like in the kind of more like centralized portion, and it's not coming. The heat's coming slowly down the hallways.
Oh, word. I'm going to go lay down right in front of the fire. I'm not shy about it.
There's some other people like hanging out still like quietly like drinking and stuff. They're chatting about the snow and how it's just like wild. They're not super considerate of you trying to sleep, but I think get some shut eye eventually.
That's fine.
You all head to your various sleeping locations and you will all get a long rest. As you all wake up, you realize that your fingernails are no longer claw, but they are still a bit green.
Oh.
Bummer.
I was kind of getting used to these. Well, Lenore, good morning.
Good morning.
What do we do today? We have a whole day to kill.
Let's build an igloo.
I was thinking play in the snow, or we might want to take a gander at your pupil.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, I guess that was the thing.
It might be good to stop in, see how she's doing, see what she may need from you/us.
Yeah, let's get breakfast with everyone and see if everyone's down for that or if people want to do something else.
There's breakfast available at the mess hall. It's a chunky stew because it's cold. Everybody's really weirded out by the snow.
Is this the day? Is this the day that the thing's happening that was on the schedule? What was it?
It is tomorrow.
And what is it?
You're not sure. The whole day is blocked off, and all you've heard is that it's going to be this big meeting and everyone's going to be there.
Yeah, guys, there's a big cult meeting tomorrow, by the way.
What?
There's a big meeting for the cult.
Okay.
Do we have to go? Are we in this?
Well, we should find out what it's all about.
It's not particularly invited. It's an open invitation.
Are you pretending to be in the cult?
Are we not in it?
Wait, I guess we are.
Yes, I thought we were already established.
Well, there wasn't like a formal like initiation.
You're eating in their mess hall. Am I a part of this cult?
Have you guys heard of anyone that's like completed this mental training?
No.
Did our lizard friend say he completed it? No, you gotta be impressive to do that, right?
Tyke never did, but you remember Tyke saying that he's trying to figure out what the mental training is, and whenever he asks people that have done it, they won't tell him.
I'm gonna look around the room for whoever looks the most impressive.
I think just roll me perception.
Okay. I'm bad at that. Dirty one.
Could I roll performance to try to look really cool for her?
You're trying to look impressive as she's looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing to be impressive at this moment?
I'm standing tall and looking stoic.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll me.
It's 17.
Okay. Yeah, Lenore, you can't get by Tevin. He's looking so imposing.
Devin, you should lead the cult.
What? How do I lead?
Your je ne sais quoi. Your charisma. You just gotta show everyone what you're capable of and they'll follow you.
I look over at Jack. I didn't know Lenore could speak Infernal. That was crazy.
That was definitely something I've never heard before. I'm impressed. We've got a group of cool people.
I don't think I know how to lead, but I will try. Everyone, if you would please listen. I am now your leader. Follow me. I'm going to turn my back and start walking towards the door and just see what happens. I just want to go outside.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me persuasion. I am going to make this with disadvantage.
What the fuck? What? Yeah, not one.
Yep. I mean, that tracks.
Yeah.
Dang.
You say, oh, hey, listen, everyone. And 2 or 3 people turn away from their soup to look at you. Before you even get done with, I am now your leader, follow me. They're just not even paying attention, just going straight back to their conversations.
I'm still walking out the door.
We're losing Tevin.
Where's he going?
I'm gonna follow him. I feel I don't want to lose him. I'm going to get up and start walking after him.
I'll follow.
Me too.
I was almost done with my stew. Okay.
Put it in your pocket.
Good call.
We're going to go check on your kid, right? Your pupil, not your kid. Probably not your kid.
Not my kid. No. Yeah. Let's go. Unless you guys want to do anything else.
I think that we should go. As your leader.
No, I got nothing else. It stopped snowing? It's still snowing?
Still snowing.
How deep is it?
The snow is piled high everywhere. There are piles of snow sometimes 10 feet high, placed wherever the city can find some spare space. And the snow is still coming down. And as you walk about the city, you see there are mages coming around and melting the snow with magical flames, sometimes from their own hands. Other times they're using these magical devices. It looks like an all hands on deck situation that this has never happened before, but the city, even though has never had this, seems to be well equipped for it. You make your way over to the building. The receptionist is there and gestures you all in and towards the elevator. You're free to go up if you'd like.
Thank you. I brought you a stew. Yoic, pull that stew out of your pocket.
Pocket.
Yep, we brought you stew.
Pocket stew.
Oh.
And I pull out a little plastic to-go container, and it's got a big old P on it. I don't know, it looks floral and fancy. It's Paprika's little sticker that she would put on if she would do DoorDash or something.
Thank you. Is that a pocket form or a... Okay, thank you. And she just nods.
It's safe to eat. No need to worry.
Try not to think about it too much. I'm gonna jump in the elevator.
I'm right behind.
You get to the apartment where you are able to knock, and you are greeted by Mr. Jericho at the door. He welcomes you, gestures you inside, and he takes you inside to a dining room where there is a large table, and there are a bunch of little baked egg dishes with various ingredients on top. It looks like a small breakfast feast. And there is Eloise sitting at the table with one of these dishes in front of her, though she doesn't seem to be eating it. This is her first time that you guys have seen her upright. And as you walk in, she looks at you all, but isn't looking at your eyes, looking in your direction, but not making eye contact with you. I welcome you. Eloise, these are the people who helped save you from the store, and this is Lenore, your new magic teacher. And you see as he says that, her shoulders shrug and she sinks a bit into her seat, and her eyes go straight to the table, staring at the egg dish in front of her. I wanted to thank you all, so I did make breakfast if you're hungry. And he points to the little egg dishes.
Does make up for my missing soup.
Thank you so much.
I'm darting back and forth between Eloise and Eloise's posture, and I'm curious about the way she's sort of not making eye contact. Does she look like embarrassed, or does this look like it's building frustration or intimidated? Like, it's clear that she's avoiding eye contact, but sometimes you can tell that this demeanor is something that's like deeper and ongoing, or it's more recent.
Yeah, let's see if you can. Why don't you roll me insight?
Ooh, 23.
Nice.
This is more of a guilty look. Embarrassed, guilty.
Taking that in, I'll approach Lenore and I'll lean in. I think your work might be cut out for you. I don't know how teachable she is, maybe readily so. Either way, good luck. And I'm going to touch you on the shoulder, and I'm going to cast guidance, and I'm going to activate emboldening bond on Lenore and on Poppy and on Jack. It's like a rush of magic surrounds us. The umbilical cord stretches between the three of them, and Lenore, you feel this like pulse of energy inside of you as you become a little bit more focused with the guidance that just cast.
Oh.
Santos, roll me perception.
Okay. Oh boy, 10.
Starts to smell really good. You're getting a wisp of some bacon crumbles that is on one of these egg dishes.
Yum.
Please come in. Take a seat. You're welcome. We can start the lesson after we eat.
Before we get too far into the apartment, I'm going to try and pull Lenore aside for a second. Do you know what your worst magic surge was?
Well, the glitter explosion hurt people a little bit. Also, having a big head was kind of sucky.
Okay, all right. So, on the scale of green fingernails to building exploding, you've been more on the side of big heads and green fingernails.
Yeah.
Would I have noticed the kind of nervousness of the child?
I think the inherent nervousness, the inherent kind of posture is pretty obvious. Whether you know how to read into that is a little bit different.
Okay, I'm going to approach the child gently.
You can see that Mr. Jericho has just sat down at the table and has grabbed one of these egg cups and is starting to eat as you're able to move over to Eloise. And she looks up at you, Jack, catches your eye for just a split second, and then starts looking down at your feet.
I'll crouch. She doesn't have to look at me, but I am crouching down so that I'm looking up at her more so than I might already be. Hey, kid. You doing okay? Feel okay?
She nods, and now that you can see her arms are beneath the table a little bit, and she's rubbing them. And Jack, you remember this when you picked her up initially. She had a lot of burn marks along her forearms and hands. And as you see them, you can see they are healed over. They look like they have been like scarred.
Noticing that, I'm going to start like unwrapping my hand wraps, and I have like pretty much, very scarred knuckles and hands, and you can probably see it on my arms too, just from fights and wilderness and all that. And it's not like an emotion or anything, but just so that she's also kind of, we're on level playing field. I know kind of what you're going through. Not totally, not probably not even close, but I just want you to know that you're in good hands here. Lenore is a wonderful teacher, and she's very cool. But also, like, things happen, things that are not in our control. And they can be really hard to control. So, I know you're nervous, but just, you'll be okay. And I'm glad you're all right. And I'm going to kind of like bump her gently on the arm.
She's nodding. And after you speak up about Lenore, she looks up and looks at Lenore a moment before she looks like she's about to say something. And just at that moment, Mr. Jericho pipes up. Shame that whole building fell as much as it did. But sounds like not too many people were injured. That's the talk of the town. That's quite interesting. Again, so glad you all were there. I was able to get a little confession out of our little magic maker here about what happened. Louise, would you like to tell them what you did? And she was like looking again down at her meal, and now she's getting a little bit more shifty-eyed. I was trying on a necklace, and I liked it, but I didn't like how it looked with my outfit that day. So I wanted to change my outfit and see what it would look like in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Well, it would make sense if we didn't have a rule about magic out in the community. Right, Eloise? And she nods. Not until we can get a handle on things.
So it was a simple prestidigitation? Illusion magic? Something triggered that?
No, she can do small things. Quite easily.
So what kind of spell was it?
I've done illusion small scale, but this must have been too big scale.
Mm-hmm.
I've changed things like necklaces, but not a whole outfit. She's got this kind of sadness in her eyes, and I want you to roll me insight.
15.
She's a child, and she's saying all this stuff pretty fast. What she's saying makes sense, but an increase from something as small as changing a necklace to changing an entire outfit, you don't think that could even cause a massive surge of magic like that. And she's saying it so quickly, it's almost like she's rehearsed it.
Oh. Does it sound like she's describing minor illusion versus disguised self?
It sounds like she's describing something that within her power, from what you've known, wouldn't cause something like this. It is cantrip adjacent.
Yeah, because my cantrips don't set things off.
If it's helpful, you do have Emboldening Bond and can add a D4 to any checks.
Oh, yeah. So that instead of a 15, that was a 18.
She seems to be fibbing.
Wait, what?
She's lying in the fact that she's saying that spell is what did it, and it seems like that's just not feasible.
Well, that's a pretty easy spell. That doesn't... Sometimes my magic sets things off too. But doing something small like that should be fine. And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion myself right now. So it looks like... And I'm gonna stand real still so it works. So it looks like I'm just wearing like a polka dot rainbow clown outfit with a big clown nose. And see if it makes her laugh.
I'm going to keep your insight roll, and she doesn't outright laugh, but you can see there is a twinkle in her eye when she watches you do that. And you think for a moment you could have changed the color of your dress just one to another, and that same twinkle would have came about. She's enthralled by just the ability to do so. I guess I'm just not as good of a sorceress as you.
No, I'm saying when certain spells, I can feel the risk. There's a certain like warmth or spice to the magic that feels like it could set off a spark. But these kinds of spells that I can just keep doing unlimited without losing energy, they don't have that spark.
She is smiling at you as you're starting to say this. And she's got this kind of like awe on her face because she's never heard someone reiterate what she feels in a way that you just did. It feels like it's inside and it could come out at any moment.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything else you tried that day? That you felt that spiciness?
Father, may I be excused until our lesson?
I'm also trying to read his read on the situation. Like he's trying to see if she says the right thing or...
Yeah, with your current insight, he seems pretty easy to read as well. He definitely believes her. He thinks this is exactly what happened. And he nods to Eloise.
It's okay if you did. I try to interrupt.
She starts pushing back. Can we do our lesson now? And she's looking at you, Lenore.
Yeah. Is there a room? You want to go to the safe room?
And she's nodding. And Mr. Jericho starts getting up from his seat. I'll show you where it is. And he heads over and opens up a room. The door on the outside looks totally normal. And as he opens it up, you see it is a decently sized, about 20 foot by 20 foot cube room that is pretty much all metal walls everywhere, except for there is one large glass window that looks to be really thick glass that heads back into the apartment.
Like aquarium.
Yeah, like aquarium style glass, like really thick. And right now it looks like it's blocked on the other side. But he opens the door, allows you in. The only other thing in here is a large metal box that's pushed off to the corner. And as he enters, he goes, I don't know a ton about magic, but I have some things you might be able to use for lessons if you need them. If not, a wide open area. And we can watch safely from the outside in case there's anything you need from us.
Okay. Poppy, you want to join?
Well, yeah, I think you guys need some supervision. I can't do magic like you, Lenore, but I can patch any one of you if you get hurt slightly.
Oh, is this your assistant then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For today.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't know we were getting a tutor and an assistant. This is great.
Poppy's making a face, but...
This is my colleague. She's very super smart and has great insights into things. And I think it would be helpful to have another pair of eyes and ears that could notice things.
Yeah, that's me.
He nods and heads out the door where Bjorg, Devin, Santos, and Jack are. And you watch as he basically lifts off this large painting that is kind of like an abstract painting of the universe, kind of planets and stars and asteroids. And as he removes it, now you guys can see into this metal room. There's a small sitting area here, and he says to make yourselves at home.
I'll go to sit, and as I do so, I'll turn to him. Mr. Jericho, has your daughter had any other tutors?
Just her mother. Her mother passed a few years ago.
I am sorry to ask. Just curious about who else might have had an influence on her abilities up till now, but I think she's in good hands with Lenore and Poppy there.
You can see he sat down and his one leg is tapping. I told myself I'd let her, as she grows older, be more independent, and so I'm not going to watch her like a hawk the whole time, but I'm resisting the urge as he nods at you, Santos.
Yeah. I'm gonna scooch over to Bjorg, lean in and whisper, Bjorg, I feel like there's something else. Like, he has a room built already. This is clearly not the first time his daughter's gotten lessons. I don't know. There's just something about this that makes me feel a little bit uneasy, and it might just be me reading into things. I put my hand on your shoulder. I'm going to cast guidance on you. Maybe you'll be able to see something that I don't. But I guess best of luck to Lenore.
No, I'm feeling the same way. It's like he built a bomb shelter in his apartment just to house his own daughter.
Yeah.
Something about it is peculiar, off, odd. Who knows what happened to her mother?
Right.
Touchy subject, I know, but who's to say that she didn't pass it down if we potentially know more about her, we could know more about the daughter, but then that's more prying on a deceased family member.
Right. I'm just going to try to keep my eyes and ears open and see.
Hey, Jericho, where's her mom?
Where is she buried?
But what happened? If you don't mind me asking.
I squirm.
We live in a world where I luckily don't have to ask this, but have you heard of the Resonance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately.
She was helping out a colleague at work with building something. It was highly secretive at the time. And she was killed on an expedition to another planet.
Damn. I'm sorry to hear that.
I take solace in the fact that she loved to travel, especially to other worlds.
Did she go on these expeditions pre or post or during having Eloise?
All three, yes. I'm not sure if you remember, I spoke very briefly last time we met that both her mother and I worked on the teleporters. It gave us a unique position to be able to use them as well instead of just the hyper rich.
Your kid seemed really strong. That's all I'm really getting from here. I just wanted to see if she got it from her mom, if she got it from you, if she got it from space. Who knows?
I'd like to say both of us, but it's definitely from her mother.
Was her mom like also a sorcerer type or something along those lines?
Not of the same variety. She was a master with her hands and could build anything you dreamed of. Metal, magic, wood, anything.
Hey, that sounds like Man Bjork here. Miles. Oh God, I'm so sorry. No, she sounded like a great lady.
She was the love of my life and has given me a new love for my life. And he gestures to the window. And I want to jump past that window and into the training room. Lenore, you see Eloise just walks into the room, stands there a little bit awkwardly, shifting her eyes from you to Poppy and back.
Hi, Eloise. So, I think I told you this earlier, but I'm Miss V, but you can call me Lenore if you want. So, what do you think is the coolest, biggest magic you've ever tried or felt like you could do? You don't have to do it right now. Just tell me.
My dad says I burnt a building down.
Well, no, but I mean intentionally.
Oh, I haven't tried it yet, but I'd like to be able to float.
Ooh.
Like you do with the wings.
Uh-huh.
That'd be nice.
Is there anything else you thought about trying in the jewelry shop?
She goes silent, her face goes deadpan, and she just shakes her head no. And as you asked that, she was making eye contact with you, and now it's like back down to the floor.
It's okay if you did. Or if you thought about it. I know you're probably not supposed to, but it's okay to think about it, especially.
Can we do some magic now? Please?
Yeah, you want to show me your, changing the outfit?
I saw this one and thought it was quite nice. And she does the same as you did with the same exact clown outfit. Big red nose, polka dots, and it just appears out of nowhere. And she's got this big smile.
Wow, you got some taste! Okay, now we're talking. So this necklace, do you have it? Because you were wearing it, right, when everything happened?
She lets the clown fit go away, and then she minor illusions just in front of her chest what the necklace looked like. It was a small, like, teardrop shaped necklace. I was trying it on at the boutique. I didn't buy it.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Were you trying it on physically, or with what it looked like with magic?
I put it on.
And then everything happened, and you came out of the building. Were you still wearing it?
It must have fallen off.
How do I feel about that?
I think it's pretty obvious. You've learned always that when she starts to lie, her eyes lose yours. She's young. She hasn't learned how to lie at someone's face yet. And so as she's lying, her eyes go to the floor.
Because, maybe this whole incident wasn't even your fault. What if it was the necklace?
She shakes her head no, pretty vigorously.
Why do you say no?
I don't particularly like destructive magic.
Yeah.
Can we try other stuff? What's in here? And she points over to that large metal box, and she rushes over and she just starts pulling stuff out of it. There's like candles, there's mirrors, there looks like there's little targets, there's glass balls with different colored sand in them.
Oh. Have you ever tried to create a shield around yourself with magic?
No.
It would be kind of a spicy one, but this is a safe place to try it.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a couple of scraps of leather and hand one to her. I don't know if you're used to using materials for your magic or if it just happens, but sometimes having something like this to focus on and feel the texture of can help you channel it.
Okay.
So basically, we're just gonna create this clear bubble around your whole body. That's your favorite color, and it's gonna create a little barrier so that if anyone like throws a snowball at you or something while this blizzard's going, it might bounce off the barrier. I call it mage armor, and you just need to whisper to yourself a little something about protection and keeping the snowballs off, and visualize that your favorite color as a bubble around you, and just rub that leather and feel the comfort of that texture. And I'm gonna cast mage armor to show her that. And it's a little pink bubble. Let's see if anything happens. Ha 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 ha.
We do need to check.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, it's a true nat one.
Oh, Jesus. Thank God I'm in the room.
Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh.
God, no damage, no damage!
This is a teaching lesson, Lenore. That's what we're here for.
56.
This one's from Sunstorm Solo over on our Patreon.com/Chaos Party. A small field of flowers appears within a 10-foot radius around Lenore. It heals allies a D8 of health when it appears, and if the ally ends their turn in the field. It is difficult terrain and lasts for 4 turns before it disappears.
Oh, thank God.
You even feel a little bit revitalized, Poppy. I know you haven't taken any damage.
Ooh, zing. What kind of flowers?
Violets.
No poppies.
Violets and poppies, actually. I think you being there would influence it.
Okay, word.
See, now, I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't mean for that to happen. But it's not so bad, right? It's one of the spicy spells, so something could happen. But we'll be here to help you if it does.
That's okay. I like when the spice comes out. It sometimes feels like it gets pent up inside. I just don't like what happens. But she nods and she starts rubbing the leather and taking deep breath. And as you watch, there's a little bit of magical energy that you can see pouring from her body into the leather, and specifically her forearms where she has all that scarring, they start to glow as she casts Mage Arm. So Lenore, I'm going to have you, for your teaching skills, I'm going to have you roll me Arcana or anything else you'd like to use if you can convince me of something else. And I love the flower field so much, and I think it works so well that I'm giving you advantage.
Let's go!
No, Arcana's literally my best.
You do have Emboldening Bond up still.
Yes.
Yeah.
25.
Okay. That is going to give her advantage on her Arcana check. And her DC has lowered a little bit. She has this burst of a blueberry blue come out of her with this beautiful mage armor. And you can see she's focusing really hard, and she starts to smile as that glow in her forearms gets bigger and bigger as the barrier comes around her. But it looks like there's too much energy coming to her forearms. So I am going to roll a wild magic surge for her.
Oh, God.
That is a 15. This one works a little bit better for you, Lenore. There is this shift in the air, and it almost looks like a portal opens. But just briefly, it's just this rip in the fabric of reality, and you hear a tink, tink, and something falls to the ground in front of her.
Looking.
This one's from Lostish. It is a nickel. 5 cents in USD on the ground, and it's heads up.
My jaw is dropped.
So is mine. Is that? Probably like squints her eyes. Is that a nickel?
I'm looking at it. What date does it have?
1998.
1998. Do you know what this is, Eloise?
As you say that, you can see that she has this big smile on her face, and she's on the ground, and she has pulled one of the flowers out of the ground. These are my favorite.
Violets?
It's like you pulled from me.
Yeah, I guess so. Looks like I pulled from Poppy too.
I guess you did.
You did a great job. Looks like you.
And I pull out an owl bear plushie and I throw it at her.
She grabs it out of the air.
No,
and,
to try to hit her.
oh, you're trying to hit her? Okay. Oh, the mage armor is up.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me to hit.
I guess this is just Dex. Oh. No. 3 plus 2, 5.
You get it close enough to her where it bounces off the barrier. It probably wouldn't have hit her, but she looks down and she like smiles.
Hey, it worked.
Yeah.
And all that happened is you made this nickel.
What's that?
This doesn't look familiar to you at all. You're like, hold it in front of her face.
If you pulled from me, maybe I pulled from you.
Oh. Okay, that makes more sense. That's neat, though.
Miss V?
Hmm?
Are you sure it's okay? If it wasn't the dress?
If the dress spell wasn't what caused the accident?
Sheepishly nods.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'd be fine no matter what it is.
I'm putting the owlbear plush back in my bag, by the way.
I was scared because I was eavesdropping and that's not nice. And I thought I might get in trouble if people knew I used magic.
We all break the rules sometimes, and then we learn from that.
I needed to know. There was a woman at the boutique and she said she needed Mr. Jericho for something.
Uh-huh.
And that's my dad. But I didn't recognize her and she seemed quite important. I was just trying to make sure my dad wasn't in trouble.
Yeah? So what'd you do?
They were talking and I got closer and she had a file on my dad. So I was going to try to get the file.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember, but I can't. It's all up here, but it's hard to put into words.
Fuzzy?
No. I think I don't want to remember.
Uh-huh.
Can I show you?
Yeah, of course.
And you see she takes like a deep breath. Her hands come up and start doing concentric circles as the metal room around you turns into a projection, like an illusion of what she had seen. You can see Eloise is standing in front of a mirror with a necklace on, twisting her hair back and forth, making nervous faces as she looks at the necklace and she bites her upper lip. And then around things are a bit blurry as they aren't in focus, but you start to hear individuals coming closer as they are perusing what looks to be a cabinet of magic items. And it's blurry, but you can make out a familiar figure. A tall woman in a purple suit with blue skin and horns. You make out Carmina's figure as she moves with a woman following closely behind her, and they are semi-whispering, and you start to hear their conversation being played out as the woman starts to speak. His name is Mr. Jericho. He lives nearby. He used to work for the Spires. He apparently is the one who did all of the calculations for sending people to the orbitals and to other planets. And apparently he does not mess up, though he has been retired for some time. Wonderful. I trust you have a personnel file made up that include his whereabouts. And you watch as the woman hands over this file to Carmina, and she opens it briefly before closing it and placing it just behind her on a display case. And that's the moment you can see that this illusion of Eloise, who had been peeking out from behind the mirror, watching the two speak, she's gotten on all fours and started to crawl closer to the two women speaking. And your other tasks. They do have a device, as you suspected. It's similar to ours, though from what I can gather, it's much less advanced than ours is. I'm glad we have that robotics expert, or we'd likely be behind them in development. And what of their motives? They are keeping that locked up tight. I can't figure out what they want to use the devices for, but they do have big plans coming in 2 days. The whole order will be all together for a big announcement. They will likely reveal something about the devices and what their plans are for them. And as you watch this conversation playing out, you see Eloise has gotten much closer to the two of them, just on the other side of the display case, and she is slowly reaching up to grab the personnel file from where Carmina left it. You are not to arouse suspicion of any kind. Keep yourself hidden. Keep your mask on at all times. In the meantime, we will need to find this Mr. Jericho. We need him to deliver these things everywhere. And you watch as Carmina picks up the personnel folder just as Eloise was about to grab it. Eloise sheepishly gets back on all fours quickly and looks scared almost as she is about to be caught, and she starts crawling away quickly. And you see that she slightly knocks a nearby coat rack that falls over, and both of the women turn quickly to the sound. Someone's listening. And the woman that you don't recognize starts to move slowly towards the sound, almost hunched over. And you can see Eloise panics as the footsteps gets closer, and she closes her eyes really tight, and she goes invisible before the illusion fades in a flash of flame.
I see. Yeah, you just wanted to hide. That's understandable. That lady was kind of scary, huh?
I don't know who she is and what she wants with my dad.
I'm sure she just wants to ask him some questions about his work, maybe hire him for something. But I understand she was real intimidating.
Just nodding up and down.
Yeah, you just didn't want to get in trouble.
All of a sudden, you start to hear and she's just smiling really big as she's got this joyous laugh. Nothing happened.
When you cast the spell that showed me that? Yeah.
She's smiling and looking around. Nothing happened.
That was real impressive. That's real big. I don't think my illusion spells even get that big.
You can see she's starting to get really exhausted, but she rushes over to you and puts her arms out for a hug. Thank you. And she gives you a big hug.
Yeah, I hug her.
I'm quite tired.
Yeah, that's fair. That was a big spell. You did great.
Thank you.
I'm gonna pick a flower and put it behind her ear.
She smiles real big. I think I'm ready for breakfast now.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now, Eloise, is it okay if I tell your dad about what happened? Or you want to keep that between you and me for now?
I don't know. I think he'll be mad.
Mm-hmm. What does he do when he gets mad? How do you get punished? You have to go to your room?
Yeah.
No dessert? Stuff like that?
No magic.
No magic? Even the easy ones?
Even the easy.
That's no fun. But do you think you learned your lesson?
To not eavesdrop? She smiles slyly.
I think maybe to avoid doing big magic when you're not in a safe environment. Unless it's an emergency. But I don't think that was an emergency.
Can you ask my father if I can come in here when you're not around?
Yeah, sure.
To practice, like homework.
Mm-hmm.
She smiles real big. Thank you, Miss V.
Mm-hmm, of course. Good job.
She goes to the door and opens it, and the rest of you see her come out. I'm assuming with Lenore and Poppy soon after. And she's just smiling really big, and she goes over to her father. Dad, I learned. I did some magic. And he even lights up. He is so excited for her. They have a nice little moment before she rushes off to that dining room area to eat one of the now a little bit colder egg dishes.
On his reaction, did it seem like he knew because he was watching, so he saw her do the magic? Or he didn't know because he wasn't watching?
I'm going to say he at least saw part of it. Like, he seemed pretty excited even just watching the door open. He knew something was happening in there. And I think it was more like he didn't know if it was her and he didn't know what was happening. Doesn't look like he saw the full illusion.
Okay. Did the others see it?
We'll say from the window, they saw essentially what was like coat racks. So they saw an illusion happen, but they didn't see what was happening on the other side.
Did everything go okay?
It went great, actually. She's really talented.
It was something.
You all disappeared for a moment. It was like curtains were put up.
Was that her? She did that.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. She did a
Amazing.
high-level spell and nothing bad happened.
Nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You're a wonderful teacher.
Oh, thank you. I could be wrong about this, but, it's totally possible that things are more likely to go awry if she's panicked. So I think maybe if it'd be great for her to be able to come in to the safe room and practice more of the high-level spells under your supervision in an environment where she feels safe.
We can make that happen. It will take things very slow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Will you come by again?
Yeah, of course. I can come back tomorrow.
Just when you're free, if I think as many lessons as possible would be great. And he does nod and he pulls out a small coin purse and hands it to you, Lenore.
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm assuming are you guys gonna have to pay for the accident at the store? Or do they have insurance that covers that?
They still don't know it was her.
Oh, okay, well then great. I pocket the gold.
It's 20 gold.
Oh my god!
We can't thank you enough.
She's a great kid. And she loves magic.
I know. It's been hard keeping it from her.
I know you just want to keep her safe.
We've been waiting for this, and this is very helpful. So again, thank you. She'll be safe. He says, is there anything else we can help you with, or you going to enjoy the snow day?
Yeah, I don't think most of our group is accustomed to the snow, so it's either hide inside or we're gonna go build an igloo.
Sounds enjoyable. Enjoy your igloo. And he opens the door for you all. So you're able to go back to the elevator, get down to the first floor.
One more thing, Mr. Jericho. Like I was saying about the instinct, sometimes because this isn't a studied thing, it is practiced, but it's not really studied. That I know, I've never studied it. Sometimes we cast magic without even meaning to. It's just survival instinct, so try to go easy on her if she accidentally casts big magic. I know she's not supposed to, but sometimes it just happens against your will when you feel like you're in danger.
Just nods a little bit.
And if she's being willy-nilly, she's just doing magic to cause a ruckus or do bad things, and of course, you discipline her as you will, but try to take it easy on her when it's just an accident.
I'll keep that in mind. I hadn't thought about reactionary magic. I don't know how to do anything magic-wise, I should say.
Yeah.
So, all of this is a bit new to me.
Understandable. Okay, great. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Have a wonderful day.
So, what happened in there? Did she show you what she did to make everything go the way it did?
Yeah,
I say
oh boy.
quietly so the clerk doesn't hear.
Yeah, we leave and we get to a nice little snowy little park to play in. And I'm starting to gather snow for building blocks and stuff. And I'm looking around to make sure nobody's listening to us.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. You'll never guess who was in the jewelry store. It was Carmina.
Oh.
And she was talking to this lady that I'd never seen before. By the way, she cast a big spell that I've never even cast before. This huge image illusion with sound and motion. It was really impressive. That's why the coat hanger was there, because she recreated her memory. And it was Carmina talking to this lady, and they were looking for Jericho. And because he's got all these skills, and they want him to help him with something, get him to deliver some things. They seem to be developing some sort of device, and then the cult is also developing their own device, but it's not quite as good. And they're probably going to reveal that tomorrow at the meeting that we're going to for sure. And so they were looking for Jericho, but they also sounded kind of sketchy about it. So it made Eloise feel like Jericho, like her dad was in trouble. And so they had this file, and she was trying to sneak up to grab the file, and Carmina turned around, she knocked over a thing, and then she was about to get caught, so she cast invisibility, and that's what caused the explosion.
Oh.
Got it. Is Jericho in trouble?
I don't know. They had a whole file on him.
Seems like he's a person of interest. And we know that Carmina has an informant.
They needed him to deliver things. We need to find Jericho, need him to deliver these things everywhere. Don't know what that means.
Carmina wants to use Jericho's teleporter.
Does Jericho already have these devices? Or are they going to try to get him to make them?
Wait, but of all people, wouldn't Carmina have access to these teleporters already? I feel like she can do whatever she wants.
They've got a robotics expert. I don't know if they have a teleportation expert.
How many of these teleporters do they have currently?
I don't know.
I didn't understand them as individual devices. I understood them as like a structure that Jericho and his late wife helped build so that they can use it here. But is there a version of it that's a portable device? And if there is, then Jericho's the person that knows how to do it, and apparently maybe already has them if Carmina is going to try to get him to I guess, distribute them? Do we turn around and ask Jericho about this, or do we let it go?
I believe you're right, Santos. I believe it has to be one set location, but he is the one who dictates where they go.
What would be stopping us from going and talking to Jericho himself about this? Is that something that could harm us in the end?
I don't know if it would harm us, but it could harm him. Unnecessary stress on him and his family after something that just went haywire. We don't want him feeling like he has to leave or something because he feels threatened.
What's your read on Jericho? He seems like a good guy. He seems like he cares about his daughter. He seems like a really smart and talented person that is misses his wife. And he's got a special kid, and he's got a special talent, and we already know that Carmina is interested in him. I mean, if I were him, I'd appreciate a heads up that someone was looking into me and making a file about me and has an informant in this city that's looking into me on her behalf. And if they discover what his daughter can do, what do you think Carmina's gonna do?
I just feel like this is a necessary question, given the circumstance that we're caught in, as well as whatever they're in. Are we trying to be heroes about this? It's fine if our goal is to protect other people as well as ourselves. If we are going to approach this like heroes, that's okay. But I need to know if I'm protecting everyone or if I'm protecting you guys. Because right now, you guys are above all else.
I don't know if saying approaching this like heroes is the right way to say this at all. Poppy blows her hair out of her eyes. I think treating people with compassion and patience isn't acting like a hero. I think we're just being decent people in a world where there's not a lot of decent people. I don't think that's a bad thing. It doesn't make us heroes. It just makes us kind.
Compassion and kindness is one thing, but laying your life on the line for another person is a completely different thing.
Are we laying our lives down?
We don't know. We barely know who Carmina is and what she's willing to do to us if we get in her way. I don't know if you guys are understanding that we are constantly in a point of danger with everything that's going on. We are constantly threatened by literally everything and everyone in power that's been coming after us because of these symbols on our hands. I'm not saying we shouldn't do this. I'm saying we need to be careful about it, okay?
Yeah, I understand. So, let's do the right thing carefully.
Agreed.
Okay.
I'm always careful.
I think we should let him know.
I agree. I wish someone let us know that Carmina was going to exile us beforehand.
I think that's the path of being more careful, because if his daughter gets riled up and then bad things happen because she can't control her magic, imagine Carmina showing up out of nowhere and intimidating her dad.
We could just have Jericho be on the lookout. If anything, we can have Eloise go into the bomb room. She's made an image before of Carmina. She can do so again. Then they have a visual on Carmina.
I have an idea. He's basically built a training room, but it's also a safe house, maybe, or like a kind of a panic room. And if his daughter can manipulate magic to create such illusions, then if we let him know that someone might be showing up, then they can hide in that room, use it as a panic room, and she can create an illusion that can make it so they can't even know that it's there. If we can give them the heads up, then Eloise might be able to calmly try to activate what she just did, but just as cover, as camouflage. It's when she's surprised that she gets afraid. And that's when the unexpected happens, and that's when she becomes dangerous.
And it might be nice to give her specific homework on stuff to work on.
Yeah. I'm definitely not the person to present this information to Jericho, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Whatever you decide, I'll support.
Who do you believe would be the best?
Well, maybe Lenore, because you already have a rapport with Eloise.
You guys actually trust me or something?
Of course.
We always do, Lenore.
Well,
It may not seem like it at all times, but deep down, we truly do.
I trust you with the big stuff. That's for sure.
You don't trust me with the little stuff, but you trust me with the big stuff.
that's crazy because I'm the opposite. Which means you have trust from both angles, Lenore.
And distrust.
Caution.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it could be a group discussion, but yeah, I can lead it.
We've got your back.
You think this is a bad idea, Jack? Or a waste of time?
No. No, I think it's a good idea to tell them. I don't know if there's anything that we can suggest that's going to make them feel safer. It feels like everyone that's in power is in on this in some way, or would want to use him one way or the other, so they can't run to anywhere in the city that we know of, because we've barely been here. But I think it makes sense for them to know. And I don't know. I mean, unless he turns around and says right to Carmina that we're involved, I doubt we're gonna suffer much from this, you know? There's no reason not to.
At the very least, if he knows that she's coming, he can make it so that Eloise can be hidden and he can just step forward and deal with Carmina. Well, I guess we're going right back to that elevator.
How's our igloo looking?
You're just putting on the last brick. It's a small igloo. You wouldn't all fit in it at once, but 2 or 3 people can fit in it at a time. You guys get up and start heading back towards Mr. Jericho. And for today, that's a wrap.
Okay, all right.
How could Carmina get scarier than what we've already experienced?
Oh, well, she's going to be in the apartment when we get back up there, and that's going to be the scariest part.
Oh, God.
No.
Jericho's going to be beheaded. He's dead.
Here's the thing.
No.
If that was true, you know I would have ended with you walking
Exactly.
in on.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. You're just
Fair.
preparing so that you can surprise us in the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of us has to go to the restroom, and we open the door, and we're in our office.
Oh, no.
And that next episode is in 2 weeks. So if you want some more Cast Party, in the meantime, patreon.com/Cast Party. You can get access to behind the scenes. You can get access to so many more things, like all the people today who gave us wild magic surges. But we'll see you in 2 weeks, and we're going to see Mr. Jericho. We're going to do some mental training. We might do big meeting with the Order of the Chrysalis. There's lots of stuff going on in the next 24 hours in game. So you got to come back and listen. All right, peace.
Bye.
Bye. Let's eat some breakfast. I got this recipe from a new guy. You wouldn't believe it, but you actually add milk to the eggs before cooking them. Isn't that wild? I might not look it, but I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, so I'll do some crazy stuff now and then. Last week, Bass Drop told me to go to the market without tucking in my shirt, and without wearing a tie. It felt so wrong, but it was so comfortable. I even got a compliment from Havoc Hopsack. They said I looked for the first time, and I quote, normal. Just the next day, Jonas told me I should go to the tavern and get the stew as is rather than mild. And I did. It was terribly spicy, but I persevered. Oh, and Dubward, the bartender, gave me a brandy instead of wine like I had asked for. And I even drank that. Frosted Gears told me I should have sent it back, but that sounded like confrontation, so I just drank the brandy. Okay, maybe that's not wild, but you know what is? Living this high up in a skyscraper, St. Elove told me that only the wildest of people live this high up. He and Eric 5 really sold me on this apartment when they emphasized the wildness, even though it was out of our price range. I just had to have it. I mean, just look out those windows. Heather said if we were to fall out, we would just die on impact. Good thing they don't open. And it helps that Jesky Fire did that perpetual levitation spell, so even if we wouldn't fall. Wait, that isn't wild? Yeah, well, think about being this high up and going bungee jumping, Kaylee asked me to go, and guess what I said? Maybe. Would someone who isn't wild say maybe? Not like Kana, who decided jumping off that waterfall was cool and impressive. It wasn't even that cool or awesome. Not like figuring out how other people can teleport long distances. I haven't actually gone in one of the machines yet, but Lexi was the first test subject, and they get all the praise for living that journey. Even though it was my hard work. Now I'm just rambling. Let's get back to eating. Chops gave me this bacon since he's the local butcher. He told me to cook it nice and crispy, but I decided to cook it how I like it, soft and limp, because following directions is for people who aren't exciting. Max told me I had to bake these eggs for 15 minutes minimum, but I only did 10 because I was running a bit late. That's why they're a little runny. Mason likes his eggs undercooked, and he also does dagger juggling at the circus, so I guess I like my eggs undercooked too. See, now I'm just as wild as he is. I'm basically a part of Michael's crazy circus downtown. That's what they call it, so I must be crazy too. I go every week and watch Opti do the trapeze. I watch every movement, and I basically could do it myself at this point. Oh, and then Ryan comes out and jumps through those flaming hoops. I nearly got burned from them lighting the fire last week. I basically have been through those hoops myself. I bet if I asked Storm Rider, he'd even let me be the ringmaster. In fact, I bet he knows I'm too wild and I would make the circus too dangerous. He still has to have Bubba out there doing his stunts while getting people excited. I must say he does a good job. My heart is racing right now just thinking about it. Oh, it's time for Eloise's lesson. Okay, we can talk more wild stories later.